Hello everyone. Now we are going to change our focus to another different format. India versus South Africa. It's going to be T20 international matches. I think it's the first time that we are going to witness a five T20 international match series between these two nations, because earlier South Africa won the test by 2-0. India then returned the favor by 2-1. But now T20 World Cup around the corner. A lot is at the stake because both the teams will be eager to make a find a winning combination. So in the panel we have got AnupKonnur sir, and on my right there is AyanChatterjee. You can raise your hand, Ayan. There's AyushShekhar and HarshaPullur is there. So we will start with AyanChatterjee first. So Ayan, do you think South Africa can continue their dominance in white ball T20 national form? But because ODI series was also good, no doubt India played well, but it was only about Virat and Rohit. Here, Virat and Rohit are not there. Here, Jadeja is also not there. The trio is not at all there. It's a young brigade. It's also Shubman Gill. After a lot of speculation about his neck injury, he's finally fit. Is expected to open the batting. But five match, I think both the teams will get equal chances to make a comeback. It's not going to be a 5-0. To be honest, what do you think?
It will be a competitive series, no doubt about it. As far as South Africa goes in T20s, they're not as dominant as they're in ODIs in 2024, 2025. Because I'll tell you this, 14 matches South Africa played this year, 2025, they've only won five. Now, let me tell you South Africa's track record so far. They lost earlier this year in July, August or something, the T20 Tri-Series final to New Zealand. Then they went to Australia, lost the series 1-2. Then they went to England, drew the series 1-1 with the last match, which was the decider in Trent Bridge, being abandoned due to rain. And then they went to Pakistan to play the T20I series, and they lost that series 1-2. It was a second string South African side, but they lost that series 1-2. That's the fact of the matter is. So South Africa are not in good form in T20Is. They're in good form in ODIs, but not in T20Is. I just need to clarify that. So South Africa will still fancy the chances. It's not going to be an easy series for India. India, on the other hand, have been on a roll since playing the 2024 T20 World Cup. They have not lost a single bilateral series. In fact, they've won 26 matches and lost only four since that T20 World Cup, which took place in 2024. Saying so, they're on a winning streak. This year, post the IPL 2025, they played in the Asia Cup. They won the Asia Cup, being undefeated, and they beat Australia, albeit a second string Australian side, 2-1 in the five-match series, with two matches being rained off. So India are on a winning streak there. India have got a young side, as you said, there's no Roko and no Jadeja, I agree. But they've got a settled lineup, kind of. I mean, more or less settled lineup. Yes, Rinku Singh is no longer part of the setup, but they've got a settled lineup. And I think if you look at teams on paper, head to head, everything, India will start as favorites because they're playing at home, own conditions, everything. But South Africa will make things tough also. And knowing the dew factor which will be there in Cuttack also, obviously, because it's winter time and we're in the eastern part of the country. Knowing India, I know India won the toss and won in a million times in the deciding ODI. But again, in Cuttack, if they lose the toss and South Africa chasing, and by the way, Cuttack record, this is an interesting part. India has a very good head-to-head record against South Africa overall, 18-12 with one match rained off. In India, it is 6-5 to South Africa with one match rained off. In Cuttack, though, two matches India and South Africa played, both won by South Africa. India have not beaten South Africa in Cuttack. So that's another record that we need to keep in mind. So all things taken into consideration, I'll say India start as slight favorites, but I'm not ruling South Africa out. They can bring a surprise to the men in blue. That will be my take. On this Indian T20 side is settled because Gautam Gambhir's format is T20. He then knows how to work with the T20 side. And by the way, the batting order will be flexible. Gautam Gambhir said it in his Fiery press conference, and today Studio said it in his press conference that 1 and 2 is Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill is coming back, and in 3 to 7 anybody can bat. So it's a lottery who will come and who will not come in. So that has been confirmed by even Surya. Let me tell you. So that is that. As far as the series is, I'm not going to make any series predictions or any predictions because it's a five-match series. Anything can happen. But I'm going to say India overall start as favorites, but South Africa will push India to the limit. That will be my take.
It's quite surprising that Rinku Singh is no longer there. Shivam Dubey is not there. I mean, what is happening? Like the openers are fixed. That also not fixed. Like Sanju Samson is not a middle order batter. Shubman Gill is top order batter. तो आयुष हम आपके पास आते हैं अभी. मतलब T20 का जमाना है अभी। सब 5 मैचेस, इट्स बिकम क्वाइट अ रेगुलर 5 मैच ओडीआई सीरीज नाउ, बिकॉज T20 इंटरनेशनल्स। क्या आपको लगता है मतलब फॉर्म बरकरार रख पाएंगे मैंने लोग? क्योंकि गौतम गंभीर तो बहुत ही गुस्से में थे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में। उसके बारे में बात करेंगे हम, लेकिन कह रहे थे कि मैंने जिताया है, ये किया है, वो किया है। जब वो कहते हैं ना, जब इंसान बहुत मैं करने लगता है हारने के बाद, तो शायद कुछ ना कुछ तो भी समथिंग इज फिशी वी कैन से। बट साउथ अफ्रीका इज अ गुड ऑपोजिशन, क्योंकि उनको भी सेम कंडीशंस दे आर गोइंग टू प्ले T20 वर्ल्ड कप, बिकॉज इट्स इन इंडिया ओनली। सो यू नेवर नो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन। लेकिन आप क्या दोगे चांसेस? मतलब 5 मैच सीरीज है, हम तो हर एक मैच कवर करने वाले ही है।
अ, जो आदमी ये कहे ना कि मैं सब कुछ हूँ, मैं ये हूँ, मैं वो हूँ, उस उसके आगे कहते हैं ना सब कुछ विनाश छा जाता है। सर हम उस बात पे नहीं जाएंगे, कमिंग टू द पॉइंट। 5 मैच की T20I सीरीज है, ये पहली बार नहीं हो रहा है, इससे पहले भी हुआ था 2022 में। ऋषभ पंत कैप्टन था उस वक्त। और दो दो की बराबरी हुई थी वहां पे। एक मैच बारिश के कारण वॉश आउट हो गया था। तो इस मैच में देखा जाए तो ये साउथ अफ्रीका की जो टीम है T20I की, वो फाइट दे सकती है, ऐसी बात नहीं है। उनके पास बॉलिंग भी अच्छा है, खेलती है, बैटर्स भी अच्छे हैं, और यहाँ का एक्सपीरियंस भी है। और अब आ जाते हैं थोड़ा कटक के। कटक में ड्यू पड़ेगा बहुत। अभी जहां जहां मैच होगा वहां वहां आपको ड्यू पड़ना ही पड़ना है। और तो और इतना इजी नहीं होगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा कि 5-0 ही कर देगा इंडिया। थोड़ा एक दो मैच होगा जहां पर साउथ अफ्रीका भारी पड़ेगा हमको। हमें ये नहीं भूलना चाहिए कि 2015 में क्या किया था। साउथ अफ्रीका ने 2 मैच जीत गए थे। और ये वही कटक का मैदान है जहां पर इंडियन टीम को बॉटल फेंक के मारा था पब्लिक ने। बहुत ही लोएस्ट टोटल पे ऑल आउट हुई थी ये टीम। 2015 की बात है। तो अभी जो टीम है इस वक्त इंडियन टीम, वो अच्छा खासा खेल रही है, लेकिन वही बात आ जाती है ना, एक आदमी के बल पे ये थोड़ा ना कुछ होता है। अब ये लोग ये उम्मीद में जी रहे हैं कि अभिषेक शर्मा ऊपर से स्टार्ट देगा तभी हम नीचे वाले करेंगे। कोई भरोसा नहीं है। वो पहली गेंद पे भी आउट हो सकता है, उसका कोई ठिकाना नहीं है। नीचे वाले क्या कर सकते हैं ये पहले मैटर करेगा। और रिंकू सिंह का ना होना, ये फिर वही बात हो गई कि अब इतने साल आप उसको घुमाते रहे, लेकिन जब T20 वर्ल्ड कप नजदीक आया, आपने उसको झट से गायब कर दिया। क्यों भाई? आपको फिनिशर नहीं चाहिए? वह उस तरह का प्लेयर नहीं चाहिए जो आपको ऐसे मौके पे जिता सके? अभी 5 मैच की, फिर से मैं कह रहा हूँ, 5 मैच का जो T20I सीरीज हो रहा है, इसमें एक मैच ऐसा आएगा जहां इंडिया फंसेगा। और रिंकू सिंह का ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है कि वो फंसे हुए मैच में कई बार निकाला है टीम को। तो अब देख लेंगे जो टीम बनाई है इन लोगों ने, कौन है इनके पास ऐसा खिलाड़ी जो 2 आउट होने के बाद सीधे मैच निकाल सके।
Yes, Ringo Singh's omission is quite a surprise, because Shivam Dubey is also not there. You never know. Like Gambhir on this in his press conference said that uh, like the batting order is overrated. It's not important. Only openers batting order. Okay, that also he said. Like openers is also secure. Like you never know. Like Abhishek Sharma will come to bat at number 6 or number 7. Anything can happen. But now we'll come to Harsha Pullur. So Harsha, like Cutter ground is not that a batting friendly one, but you never know. Like because it's a December month going on. It's quite chilly, cold, and entire India is there. There might not be dew that much in that place. Like, but what do you make of David Miller coming back into the side? Because he's not only a finisher, he's a proper middle order batter. David Miller coming into the side is a huge bonus for South Africa, because that might be the difference between the two teams. Because look, Rinku Singh does that kind of job for India. Rinku is also very good middle order batter. Don't consider him as an only finisher. He's also good middle order batter. But you are completely moving on from him. But Miller is there for South Africa. What's your take, Harsha? Kullu?
So basically, the Cuttack Stadium is very low rated. Like we can't score many, like 200 plus runs. So it's very tough to score. So seeing on the stats according to the previous matches, South Africa has been so much dominated on India on this pitch. So Rinku Singh can play a key role because like we can see previous matches like India versus Afghanistan on that match, Rinku Singh has been upgraded to number three spot. So he have played very well on the Afghanistan opposite and Afghanistan, and he scored something 70 to 80 runs, and he played a very crucial role. That match was almost a tie match, but we won it at last. But removing a Rinku Singh is not, it is a basically funny thing by Gautam Gambhir. He will play a very crucial role in in comparing to KL Rahul is same to same. Like we can send him in as an opener, and we can take him as a middle order, and we can take him as a lower order as a tail ender also. But he plays a very crucial role. Uh, David Miller, David Miller, and I think is the same to same batsman. They can finish, they can bat at middle order, and everything. That was the thing.
Yeah, Rinku Singh is there, but so our last one remaining, that's Anup sir. So Anup sir, you are at Cuttack. Very quickly you change the place from Ranchi, then Vizag, then Cuttack. You have to travel a lot. This in this five match T20 series. So what do you think like of Gautam Gambhir being what called the decision maker, king maker? We can also say he decides who is in the team. Chairman of selectors is only for the saying. Mr. Ajit Agarkar, like he's also watching Save Sagari Trophy matches in various parts of India. It's going on, but this series is going to be blockbuster because see, India South Africa can clash in Super 8 and in semi-final or in the final, like in the T20 World Cup. They have to make sure that they play to their potential. Experiments are going to happen because see that Gambhir statement of batting order being changed, flexible. It means that like what you say roller coaster, like a merry-go-round. Come on, Akshar Patel, you will bat at number three, number four. It's going to happen. He has given you an indication. But who's your favorite for this series? No doubt you will say India only. Most of this the panel will say India only. But what your take?
Yeah, I would not predict like Ayan did in the beginning of the series. I will call it the even Steven series because looking at both the teams, first of all, before coming to the series, let me few clarification over there. The ground and the pitch is of a red soil pitch. So the red soil means, as Surya Kumar Yadav said in the presser, the red soil pitch means he seems like it is resemblance to the Mumbai Wankhede pitch. So red soil pitch bounces there, evening match, dew will be there for both the teams. So no advantage full to first team batting first or team batting second. Because at 7 o'clock, if a match start in the eastern part of India, so due comes early there, so it will be even for both. That is saying, so coming to India team combination, Hardik Pandya, who was supposedly uh, returning in this T20, looks little unfit because he was had some shoulder issues in the training session. So he is unlikely to be part tomorrow. He will come back for the second one. But Hardik Pandya is out, and there is a question between Sanju Samson and Shivam Dube. Because if Shivam Dube gets fit, he will act as a third seamer for India. And which means if he gets as a chance as third seamer, it's then likely that it's unfortunate but likely that Arshdeep Singh might sit out tomorrow versus South Africa. Though he's a main bowler in T20, he might sit out. But Shivam, let's see what happens because it's a toss up between Sanju Samson and Shivam Dube, because if Gambhir requires a left-hander batter down the order, it would be Shivam Dube. If he requires a right-hander batter as Sanju Samson, because wicket keeping duties have to be done by Jitesh Sharma. So Sanju Samson can't, he is a wicket keeper, but he has to be in the team only as a fielder as well. So that's saying, so the top order is settled, that Abhishek Sharma, and yes, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Ravindra Jadeja not there in the team, but don't forget Abhishek Sharma. This guy is striking at the monster strike rates in the power play. And if he gets on going in the power play, the start he will give to India, he will just put the Indian scorecard on a different level. And he has been consistent through the Asia Cup. In Australia, we thought he would be failing, but he got few starts. All the starts were in. He got blazing starts, which helped India to set a huge score. And all these players, you name the Indian T20 said, name it Hardik Pandya, name it Abhishek Sharma, name it Surya Kumar Yadav, the skipper. All these players have been practicing T20 in the Syed Mustat Ali Trophy matches. So they all have represented their teams and all are in good nick of batting form because Abhishek Sharma just slammed a century in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy as well. So when tomorrow when they come to face, they will not be new to the format like T20 format, which is their own format, and they would be at least having some form with the batsmen. So the South African bowling line, if we look up, we have Lundi Ndidi, Keshav Maharaj to Tetalut, and we have Andrit Nortje coming in. But then the problem with Andrit Nortje is like extreme pace. So extreme pace can be harmful also, as we have seen in IPL that he gets bashed for many runs also. And you said David Miller would be the T. I do agree David Miller would be the T. But then the problem is we are seeing and David Miller is even playing on international circuit after a long time. So actually no one knows about his form for whether he will perform or whether he will get out. And the key factor for South Africa last time when these two people met, Varun Chakravarti was the chief rater that the South African didn't understood his spin only. His best figure of 5 for 21 attempts are than the South African in T20. So tomorrow Varun Chakravarti is there in the team, so he might be a key factor for Team India tomorrow as well, alongside Kuldeep Yadav if they give him a chance. So let's see what team Gambhir put. It's gonna be an even series. Let's hope it's not like 5-0 or 4-1 to India. It's it if it can be 3-2, it would be like the even series between both of them. With both the teams trying because Aiden Markram is dono captain South Africa. They have the powerhouse in Tristan Stubbs, the Luandri Pretorius, because I don't think Ryan Rittleton again will get a chance after two dots in the ODS. So they will go with Luandri Pretorius. And they also have Tristan Stubbs in the middle order alongside Dewald Bravis, who only is famous for taunting sixes all around. So it would be an evenly match series between the two teams. Let's see who gets the upper end tomorrow. But Indian players, yes, T20 is GG format. GG's format, and he will be keen to means yes, so many violent words he has spoken already aggressively in the press conferences before. But tomorrow, from starting from tomorrow till the T20 World Cup, he really will be actively involved in the team's proceeding because he has now the point to prove that yes, he now has the point to prove. So let's see how the series goes starting tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not about
Then
point to proof. Suppose if India loses the T20 International Series, he will say, "I'm on in Australia. I'm on Asia Cup 2025." So you never know. Like he's ready with the backup. Like even like little bit off the topic, like Brendan McCullum saying that we over prepared for that. She's like making any sort of statements like this. GG, Baz. It's quite erratic to understand. But it's going to be a very good series because Shukri Conrad will be eyeing to make the most of this opportunity. And it's important for South Africa to start well. Quinton de Kock is back, but don't know what's like. Will Hante Klassen come back again or not? Because if he wants to come back, he needs to play series as soon as possible. And if Notke is there, Ligidi is there, Keshav Maharaj is there. South Africa knows this format very well. They almost won a T20 try series, like Ayan just mentioned. They lost the final. Like I remember that final, 7 runs were required to win from 6 balls, and they made a mess out of it. Like South Africa is quite a good choker. Huh? They know how to make a mess out of winnable matches. Even against the T20 series against Australia, they lost a series which they should have won. So there are problems with South Africa as well. They were the finalists of 2024. Let's see. And yes, we will be covering, giving you the entire coverage of this series at Go Worldwide, and also doing the videos itself. Post match analysis will be there, and Harsha will be there. Ayush, all the four. No, there are three aces. Ayush, Anup, and Ayan. Yes. So let's see how it goes. Right, it's going to be blockbuster. It's past midnight here in Indian Standard Time. So very soon we will be covering. Uh, Tomorrow we will come up with New Zealand versus West Indies. Second test match preview. You never know. West Indies might pick. West Indies might take what you call a lots of motivation and say we will win series in New Zealand. You never know because New Zealand has got three players sidelined, like no backup, no bench. Like this is the dangerous thing for New Zealand. We will talk about that later tomorrow, and also first match post match analysis. So thank you everyone. Bye.
Bye.